Australia and New Zealand are about to open their travel bubble. The move will allow quarantine-free travel between the two countries and marks the first steps in opening up to international travel. The two countries have already separately discussed opening travel bubbles with other Asian and South Pacific nations, and if all goes well, should mark the return to international travel. In this video, we discuss the Australia-New Zealand travel bubble and what this means to you. But first, we want to thank you for joining us. Find us on all the other social media channels, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and click that bell to get notified when we release a new video. We also appreciate your likes and comments below, as it helps to support our channel. This video is brought to you by IAM. We believe that travel improves and inspires you, and the people around you. We help you travel by providing services which overcome barriers and frameworks that simplify and enrich your experience. We just happen to be immigration lawyers. So reach out to your IAM visa coordinator when you're ready for your adventure, or already on one, and would like some assistance. New Zealand has announced it will open a long-anticipated travel bubble with Australia on the 19th of April. The start of quarantine-free travel between the neighbouring nations comes as a relief to families who have been separated by the coronavirus pandemic, as well as to struggling tourist operators. While most Australian states have allowed quarantine-free visits from New Zealand for months, New Zealand has continued a cautious approach, requiring mandatory quarantine from its neighbour, citing concern about small COVID-19 outbreaks in Australia. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said health officials believe the risk of the virus being transmitted from Australia is low and that travel is now safe. The bubble will give our economic recovery a boost and represents a world-leading arrangement of safely opening up international travel while continuing to pursue a strategy of elimination and keeping the virus out, Ardern said. Australia and New Zealand are just two of the success stories of the pandemic response. The virus has effectively been eradicated in both countries, with minor outbreaks, a result of leakage from quarantined returned travellers. Australia has recorded about 29,400 virus cases and 909 deaths since the pandemic began, while New Zealand has had just over 2,100 confirmed cases and 26 fatalities. New Zealand will bring in green zone conditions, similar to those that its citizens face entering Australia. Travellers to New Zealand will be required to have spent the 14 days before the flight in Australia only. Airline crews must have only worked on low-risk routes. Those with cold or flu symptoms will not be allowed to travel, and all passengers must wear masks and give details to New Zealand authorities of where they will be staying. Ms. Ardern warned that travel arrangements could change if there is an outbreak. But she said New Zealand would view cases in Australia as a region of our own when making decisions on restrictions. If multiple cases of an unknown origin emerged, we would likely suspend flights for a set period of time, she added. Other conditions may be brought in too, including pre-departure testing for people from affected areas. Australia and New Zealand have also previously raised the idea of separate travel bubbles, with low-risk places like Singapore, Taiwan, and several Pacific Island nations. What are your thoughts on this issue? Is this a sign that travel will be back this year? Talk to us in the comments section below. If you have plans to travel, check out the deals we have found in the description box below. If you need assistance with a visa to Europe, the UK, or the US, including help with securing your travel arrangements, IAM can help. For visa advice, contact your IAM visa coordinator. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for more travel and visa updates.